Okay, hi YouTube. I have a list of stuff to do, so I gotta kind of move through this kind of quickly. Um, my best friend, she told me I should do a YouTube video as an army wife, about um how me and my husband met. Really quite interesting. I met my husband in high school. I was a junior, he was a senior. I was new to the school. We both were kind of new to the school. We actually met on a fluke. Um, I was in drama class. Well, I transferred to drama class like my third day in the school. I like didn't like the classes that I was taking, so I transferred to drama. And he was in drama, and he was the type of guy who I would never go out with. He used to like try to chase me around the school and whatnot. Be the, I guess, the stud. He was the stud of the class. So, um, I never saw myself with him. I was like, no, you're too out there for me. But I guess we actually worked, and my drama teacher still to this day, she's like, I hooked you guys up. Just remember me. I was the one who introduced you guys. But that was how we met. After he left, well, after he graduated, he went off into the military directly after graduation, and I entered my senior year in high school. Um, we talked on the phone. We broke up. We dated for like a semester, and then we broke up and decided to be friends. But when he was in basic, he called me a lot. He wrote me letters saying how much he missed me and whatnot. So we began to date again, like around the time he was getting ready to graduate basic training in Kentucky Army. Um, I guess we ended up dating again, and he invited me to his graduation with his parents. Um, because I was still in high school and I was a senior, my mom wasn't having it. She was like, "You're not going somewhere with his parents to a graduation a state away, not happening." So, needless to say, I couldn't make it to his graduation. So he was kind of sad and broken up about that. But we reconnected after I graduated high school. He came home for like a couple months, well, like a month, and we hung out mostly like every weekend. Um, and we actually got really, really close. Um, he ended up before he left proposing to me. He's proposed to me so many times, but this was like the second time he ever proposed to me, and I said, I don't know, you have to ask my dad because I was old fashioned. Um, so he ended up asking my dad, and my dad said, of course. And my mom was like, no. So um, I accepted, even though my mom said no. My dad said yes. I accepted because it was me, um, the one he wanted to marry. So I was like, yeah. We didn't get my best friend, a slash sister. She ended up planning the wedding, and we both like backed out like 3 months into the planning, and didn't tell my sister till like 5 months later, and she was still planning. I know it was bad, but my bad. She forgives me now. We ended up getting married. So he went off on a tour to Germany. No, no, no. He went to Fort Gordon and in Augusta, and he was stationed there for like a year. And we still talked, and when he came home on his weekend passes, we still hung out, and we were, still getting closer and closer. Um, we were still dating. And then he prepared to go to Germany, and we were dating while he was in Germany. We dated for like, I don't know, a couple months while he was there, and I guess the distance just like tore us apart. So we ended up breaking up, um, and it broke his heart. I know, and I was sad too, but he ended up dating other girls. I ended up dating other boys, you know. And I told him, like, if it's really meant to be, we'll come back to each other. And we did. Um, he was preparing to come back to the States. And we started back dating again. And this time we got engaged again. Um, and he went back to Fort Gordon. And by this time, I was in college. And he got stationed back at Fort Gordon. And we would come to my house and, you know, like stay for the weekend, and I would take him back to Fort Gordon. I mean, like every other weekend we would do that. And we got engaged Valentine's Day, February 16th, 2009, and ended up getting married. I got the ring um, April 5th, 2009, and we've been happy ever since. Well, I don't want to say. Yeah, we've been happy. But right now, he is currently back in Germany. He'll be here July 3rd through the 18th. And then after he leaves here, he's going to go back to Germany until August 1st. And then he's going to leave to do a tour in a deployment in Afghanistan for 6 months, which scares the crap out of me because he's already done 2 tours in Iraq, and he's been in Germany, and he's done a he's been in Germany for like a total of 2 years. Yeah, so he's basically spent his whole military life so far overseas. So, and I'm not going to Germany until January. Um, but yeah, that's the status with us thus far. But I'm happy he's coming home for at least 2 weeks before he leaves. Um, what else? Yeah, he has a daughter, a stepdaughter. Well, I have a stepdaughter because he has a daughter. Well, one of the times we broke up, he ended up getting another girl pregnant. And my sister asks me, how do I deal and cope with that? And I say, well, I cope with it in the best way I know how. I mean, she hasn't done anything to me, so um, I'm cool with it. We definitely have different styles in parenting. Um, but yeah, we definitely have different styles. He's more of the, I want to say the disciplinarian, and I'm more of the softy. They can get away with stuff for me when it's usually supposed to be the other way around. But yeah, we definitely have different styles of how we parent children. Um, but in the end, what I usually say kind of goes because he kind of just like agrees with me. Um, what else? What else? Lately we've been having disagreements out of the wazoo. It seems like every time he calls, because he calls at least like 15 billion times a day. It seems like mostly every time he calls now, because I guess he's been away from me so long, we tend to have little tips over nothing. We will have a disagreement over anything nowadays. But we're learning how to get through them better. We're trying. Um, but yeah, I mean, other than that, we get along pretty much. We just have disagreements, and we have to calm down and cool off and then come back and try to reassess the situation. And usually once we do that, we're like, okay, well, the fight wasn't really all that bad. We could have, next time we'll go around it this way and then doing it this way. But other than that, we're happy and we're fine. Anything else? See how much more time I got. Okay, I only got 15 more seconds. So, I'll do another video blog if this one ends up cutting off. Okay, I got 10 seconds. But that's pretty much it. And that's my life in the Army thus far. Peace. Talk